Hi guys, thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time. Story time! Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment to my page. Here we go. Hi guys, thank you all for tuning into Big Mama Story Time on today. Today I will be reading to y'all Hanna-Barbera's Huckleberry, Hound, and Yogi Bear, a big golden book. All right guys, let's get into this. Huckleberry Hound was in a mood. It was not a bad mood or a sad mood. It was not a sleepy mood or a creepy mood. Huckleberry was in a building mood. Perhaps I'll build a pot to hold the gold at the end of the rainbow. Or maybe I'll build a castle in the sky. No, I have it. I will build a sturdy house. On went his overalls. Out came his toolbox. Whoo! Sang his saw. Bam! Banged his hammer. Ouch! Yelled Huckleberry as the hammer hit his poor toe. Ooh, I know that hurt it. All day he worked until at last there stood a not too small, not too big, but a just right sturdy house. Jinx the cat darted up to look at it. What a horrible house, Huckleberry old hound, he said. I'll do you a favor. I'll buy it from you. Before he could say, hold on, Jinx had stuffed a pile of money into Huckleberry's hand and walked whistling away. Oh dang, Jinx just stole your house, Huckleberry. At home, Jinx piled his different sized mouse traps together. What a perfect house to set my mouse traps, to trap my mouse pals, he said, licking his whiskers. The next one to amble up was Yogi Bear. Boy, oh, Hucko, Yogi shouted. This house is fine. This house is mine. Here's the fee. Now where's the key? And before Huckleberry could tell him that the house was already sold to Jinx, Yogi Bear was on his way, whistling a merry tune. Nobody is listening. Nobody is even asking questions. Yogi began to get ready for moving day. Now I'll have a place to go when winter brings in ice and snow. I'll hibernate in style, said Yogi. What have I done? Huckleberry wondered sadly. I sold my house to two when it can only fit one. I'll take my trusty axe and chop down this troublesome house. No, don't do that. Y'all, that's me. Stop, Huck, squeaked a little voice. Don't do it, squeaked another little voice. Pixie and Dixie looked at the house with tears in their eyes. This house is exactly what we need. That means old Jinx has spread his mouse-catching inventions all over our house, and we're afraid to go back, Dixie said. Please, can we buy this house? At least they asked, Pixie pleaded. At least they asked. The other ones didn't even ask. Huckleberry Hound looked down at their sad little faces. Sure, you can buy it. Come back tomorrow for the key, he said. The two happiest mice in the world scampered away joyfully. Poor Huckleberry sat down on a pile of wood chips. I'll run away. I'll travel around the world. I'll join the circus. No, I won't. I'll take a walk to the city and think of some way to solve my problem. And he threw off his working clothes and put on his walking suit. The city was bustling and hustling. Huckleberry walked on, thinking hard. All these hurrying and scurrying people have to go home sometime, somewhere, he thought. He looked up at the towering skyscrapers, and at last he knew the answer to his problem. He raced home, threw off his walking suit, and put on his working clothes. The moon and stars kept him company all night as whoo sang the saw, and bam, banged the hammer. And ouch, yelled Huckleberry as the hammer hit his poor old toe. Again? You gotta move that toe out the way, Huckleberry. When the sun rose, Huckleberry was a tired but happy hound dog. Pixie and Dixie were the first to move in. They brought a large supply of cheese with them. It was moving day for Yogi too. He placed his new rug in front of the fireplace and stored his honey on his new shelves. Jinx decided not to mess up his new home with a pile of mousetrap catching inventions, so he left them behind. He dusted instead. Even Huckleberry Hound found a perfect home. Oh, so what you build, a whole skyscraper? Let's see. If you happen to pass Huckleberry Street, look for a house with 3 floors and a basement, for that is the home of Jinx, Yogi Bear, Pixie and Dixie, and Huckleberry Hound, the greatest builder of them all. Yogi Bear. Games, fireworks, ice cream, and cakes. All the animals in Jellystone Park came to see the not notice on the news tree. Come on, boo-boo, said Yogi Bear to his friend. Let's go and join the Jellystone team. Sports and games, Jellystone Park will play Old Redwood Park fireworks. Free ice cream and cakes, athletes wanted for Jellystone team. Report to Coach Wiggin, 9 a.m. in the Glen. Okay. It looks like they're finna do something fun. Let's just eat ice cream and cakes, said Boo Boo. It's easier and more fun. Why Boo Boo? Said Yogi. At a time like this, Jellystone needs us. Besides, didn't I ever tell you that I was a rock tossing and boulder lifting champion at Bruin University? Yes, Yogi, many times, but come on, said Yogi. I'll race you down to the Glen. Ready, set, get set, go. Halfway down to the Glen, Yogi stopped suddenly, then disappeared into the bushes. Yogi, Yogi, where are you? Called Boo Boo. The Glen is this way. He found Yogi staring at a tree. Look, Boo Boo, he said, a lovely hive full of honey. Excuse me a minute. No, Yogi, said Boo Boo. Athletes are not supposed to eat honey. But honey is good for bears, muttered Yogi as he turned sadly away. Coach Wiggins looked at Yogi and he said, Then he said, we'll be glad to have you on the team, Yogi, but you must practice hard. And remember, no honey eating until the games are over. Honey is good for bears, said Yogi, but Coach Wiggins wasn't listening. For the next 2 weeks, Yogi did his exercise every morning. He did push-ups and pull-ups. He practiced boulder lifting and rock tossing. Watch me lift this boulder, he said to Boo Boo. Ugh, whew, I must be stuck. Poor Yogi. His mind was not on his work. All he could think of was that hive full of honey. I know, right? Get the bear what it wants. Every night as he went home, he passed a tree. The hive was still there, full of honey. Honey makes bears strong, said Yogi. No, Yogi, said Boo Boo. Remember what Coach Wiggins said? No honey eaten until all the games are done. At last came the day of the big games. The Jellystone band played and the team sang loud and clear. Jellystone, we love your flowers and trees. Jellystone, we love your birds and bees. Jellystone, we love your streams and lakes. Jellystone, let's win for heaven's sake. Okay, go ahead, y'all. Rhyming and stuff. The game started, but where was Yogi? Coach Wiggins was worried. Boo Boo, go and find Yogi, he said. Boulder lifting is next on the list. Don't worry, Coach. I'll find him. I bet he's at home taking a nap. He loves his nap. No, I feel like he done ran and got that horny, y'all. Boo Boo ran off lickety split for Yogi's house. Thump, thump, thump. He went on the door. But there was no answer. Yogi was not at home. Yogi, where you at? You with the bees, ain't you? Boo Boo ran to the swimming hole. No Yogi. He searched the Huckleberry patch. No Yogi. Where could he be? Then suddenly Boo Boo remembered the honey hive. See, that should have been your first choice, Boo Boo. Sure enough, that's where he found Yogi. He was fast asleep under the tree with a happy smile on his face. The hive was empty. Yogi, Yogi, wake up! Shouted Boo Boo. Huh? Said Yogi. Is it morning already? No, it isn't morning. It's afternoon and the games have started and boulder lifting is next. Hurry, said Boo Boo. Oh no, he looked too tired to be boulder lifting, but we could see. When they got back to the green, old Redwood was ahead by 1 point. I'm sorry, Coach, said Yogi. I couldn't stand it any longer. I had to eat that honey. Now that I'm well fed and well rested, I'm ready and raring to go. There were 5 different sized boulders to lift. Harold Bear of the old Redwood team went first. He lifted the first 4 boulders easily, but the 5th one was too heavy. Now it was Yogi's turn. Go ahead, Yogi. You ate, you full, you energized. Let's get it. Yogi stepped up to the lifting line. He lifted the first 4 boulders easily. Now for the big fella, he said. He said, and lifted the boulder up over his head. Yogi Bear is the winner, said the referee. The crowd cheered. Now came the rock tossing. Each player had to toss 5 rocks, and the one who tossed the farthest one would win. Harold Bear threw the 5 rocks high and far. Very good tossing, Harold, said Yogi. Now let's see what old Yogi can do. Yogi threw the rocks high and far. The crowd waited while the referee went to see whose rocks had gone further. Would Yogi win and save the day for Jellystone? The referee came back and said, it's a tie. Now each player will have to throw 1 more rock. Quick, Boo Boo, give me some honey, said Yogi. I can't take any chances now. This Harold Bear is a very good rock tosser. I just happen to have some honey with me, said Boo Boo. Here, and good luck. Harold Bear threw his rock. It went higher and higher and further. The old Redwood team cheered. The Jellystone team groaned. Then Yogi stepped to the tossing line, still munching his honey. He picked up his rock. Round and round went his arm. Then the rock flew up, and away it sailed, right over the tall pine trees and out of sight. Yogi Bear, winner! Shouted the referee. Hooray for Yogi! Hooray for Jellystone! Shouted the crowd. Harold and Yogi Bear shook paws. That was a fine toss, Yogi, said Harold. How did you do it? Well, Harold, said Yogi, I can give you a little hint about rock tossing and boulder lifting. The most important thing is to get lots of food and lots of sleep. And don't listen when they tell you not to eat honey. Honey is good for bears. Gosh, thanks, Yogi, said Harold. I have to remember that. Yeah, I don't know why they try to keep y'all from y'all food. That's crazy. That night, Yogi and Boo Boo watched the fireworks as they ate their ice cream and cakes. Right at the end, a big rocket shot into the air. It had a flag on it that said, Yogi Bear, our hero. Boo Boo, said Yogi, this reminds me of my old days at Bruin University. Did I ever tell you that I was a rock tossing and boulder lifting champion? But there was no answer. Boo Boo had gone to get more ice cream and cake. Honey cake. I know, right? Gotta get that for Yogi. All right, guys. That was Huckleberry, Hound, and Yogi Bear. A big golden book. I hope you guys liked that. I did. Thank you all for tuning in to Big Mama Storytime. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my page if you haven't done so already. All right, guys. Bye.